Right, so we're at Trafalgar Square at the We Do Not Consent rally. This is about government overreach during COVID, basically. They passed a load of laws that are unnecessary and nothing to do with controlling the virus, everything to do with controlling us. You know, there's lots of other ways. Lots of other countries have proven that you can try and limit the damage from this in other ways without having to pass these ridiculous laws. So the Corona Act is getting voted on end of this month, and that's what the main thing this rally is about, is trying to stop the Corona Act being renewed, because it was emergency powers that were passed in a perceived, emergency situation. 6 months later, we know a lot more about it, and it hasn't transpired to be the plague that we thought it might turn out to be. So these extreme laws are unnecessary based on the proportionality of what they would achieve and what you're trying to do with limiting the virus, So that's the main thing this is about, really. We're concerned that there's been a big propaganda campaign to kind of control people's views on all of this, and making them fearful, making them scared, bringing in masks 4 months after they might have been useful. They didn't become mandatory till July 25th. It's kind of pointless. Maybe if we'd had them in March, might have made a difference, I don't know. But it certainly doesn't seem to make any sense bringing it in 4 months later, and then and all the rest of it. So we all think that this is part of they're trying to condition us to accept a new level of control within society. So that's broadly what this is about, I'd say.
I agree. Just one thing I was going to say about it earlier, when you said about the act at the end of the month. It seems very coincidental that they're ramping up all the pressure again, just when it's time to vote for the act. Because they want the public, in my mind, they want the public to be in agreement that that needs to be extended.
Yeah, exactly right.
Can I just say some stuff about statistics?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the shape of the virus has basically been the same in all the countries. So it's had an upward curve, and that happened in March, April. And then we went right down to a plane, a level, a really, really low level. And at that point, masks were introduced. So somebody somewhere, or I hope everybody, needs to be asking the question, why were compulsory masks brought in at that point? And since then, even though we've still had a similar number of deaths, not many more than handfuls, we've had more and more restrictions placed on our lives. And all of these restrictions seem to be about atomising society, keeping us apart from each other, keeping us stopping talking with each other, putting us all in front of the screen. And that, to me, stinks of the technocrats wanting to control the message. And we know people are trying to control the message right now, because lots of YouTube channels have been taken down if they dared to challenge any of the narrative. Doctors in America have been sacked when they've challenged the narrative, and various Twitter accounts have been taken down, just simply by saying, hold on a minute, that statistic doesn't quite make sense, or that strategy doesn't make sense in line with the evidence, the medical evidence. It just doesn't make sense. That's it for now. There's loads more, but
I know there's so much.
I know, yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
I agree. But I think you said a lot there, so I really appreciate you actually taking the time to talk.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, great.
I'll put it on in its entirety. I'm not going to chop it up.
But feel free to chop it up. As long as you're on the same side, I don't mind.
Oh, yeah.